what our chemistry is guarding us. So when we just go to sleep at that time, and when sun rises, and when white light comes, the starlight, which is called, when it comes, see, the light of the sun is actually not white. It is actually off white or yellow, the sunlight. But the morning light is white. And when white light comes, it again produces hormones opposite to melatonin, which is waking up hormones. And they tell us that, look, good, wake up now. And so that is the best time. Best time to wake up is when sun starts rising. So if we wake up at that time, our energies are maximum. Now, unfortunately, if someone is habitual of using social media late night, mind gets confused, because when white light comes from the screen, mind perceives as if this is a waking time. This is why it is very strongly recommended that at least 2 hours before going to bed, you should not use your mobile screen. I know it sounds funny. You must be saying how it is possible, as if it is farz, as if it is, command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that the last thing you do is to, watch the social media. But I'm telling you the pure science. At least 2 hours before we sleep, we should turn off the screen. And then our circadian rhythm and our sleeping pattern becomes normal. So sleep, deprivation of a sleep affects our mental health very badly.
All right, thank you so much. In recent years, there has been an increase in online support groups and communities for mental health. How do you view the role of these online platforms in providing support and resources for patients?
Yeah, I think, as I've already said, that anything good which can be generated from social media is good, right? If online, support for a physical health is available on social media, it's part of information and training, and I will strongly recommend it. So is the case with this question. So if online groups are available which can support, then it is very good. See, sometime, you have got a you have got a pin which just pricks your sole of the foot. So that pin is very bad because it has pricked, but you need another pin to remove that pin, right? So a pin has hurt you, but with the help of another pin, you actually remove it. So I don't mind that problems created by social media, if they are sorted out by social media.
But are there any risks or factors because of these online programs?
If you use it very excessively, if they are not very authentic, then one must be very careful, because perhaps handling mental health is more, more tricky than than handling the physical health. So, sometime for the commercial purposes, you may get certain informations which are not valid. So, one has to be very careful before selecting all those things.
Right. Over to Zainab.
First, Alishba can ask the question.
Okay, Alishba.
Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Alex Salam, thank you.
Asha, so I have a question. In your experience, have you observed any specific demographics or age groups being more prone to the negative effects of social media on the mental health?
Well, everyone is prone to the side effects. When you burn a candle, no matter how old or young a person will be, if he will put his hand on the candle, his hand will be burned. But obviously, when brain is in the time of reshaping, in the form of modeling, then they are more prone for that. So I would just strongly recommend that before the age of 7, the social media, children should be kept away from social media. And there is a scientific evidence for that, because during this age, if someone is uh, dependent on the artificial world, then his connection with the real world will be very, very weak. And when connection with the real world will be very weak, one will not be trained to handle the problems which are problem of the real world. The problems in our life are not going to be cyber life. I know at least for some time we have to live in a physical world, not in a metaverse or a cyber life. So this is why I think every age is prone. I have seen people, elderly people, becoming addict to the social media. Our ladies, and a lot of ladies who are housewives, as they say, they are very addicted to TikToks and very addicted to makeup sites and these type of fashion sites, which is very, very counterproductive. But no age is immune to that. But I think if someone who's of my age, he has already formed his worldview, he has got his fixed patterns, so it will be difficult at my age to really remold it in a strong way. But in the formative ages, the children especially, I mean teenagers and less than that, they should be very carefully guarded. And my strong recommendation will be that they should not be given mobile. I mean, 7 years old child should only be given mobile if it is very essential. For example, his homework is on mobile, his homework is related to screen. Only then it should be given. Otherwise, they should be given. And please let me just assure you that children, when they are born, they don't know what toy is. We tell them this is a toy. We buy them an expensive gadgetry and we tell them that this is a toy. For a child, mother's nose is a toy. For a child, mother's long hair is a toy. For a child, your spectacle, this is a toy. And a butterfly is a toy, and a rose is a toy. So even your dishwasher is a toy for a child. So we actually tell them that no, this monkey, which when you just screw it, then it start jumping. This is a toy. We tell them this is the toy, and we tell them this gadget is a toy. So these children, if they are exposed to the nature, if we are exposed them to the real things, if we are exposed them to biology and the real relationship, then for them they become toys, and then they develop well. And they should be allowed to use social media only when they are sufficiently trained and they can get maximum useful out of it.
Okay, so as you've mentioned previously that social media has the, like you mentioned, two benefits, right? Information, for information it's good. So adding to that, how do you balance the importance of staying informed and connected through social media with the potential risks to mental health?
Please say it again.
Okay.
I want more clarification on this question.
Okay. How do you balance the importance of staying informed and connected through social media with the potential risk it has on mental health?
Then the risk will be very minimum. When you are using it for information, it is just like reading a book. When you are reading a book, the only thing you have to be take care of that your eyesight is okay, and your posture while you are holding the book is correct. Other than that, there is no bad effect, right? And then it depends upon the book which you read, what you are reading. So similarly, when you are using it for information, then most likely, and information which is pertinent, which is relevant. Now see, in what happens is, it we get information from social media, but the informations are those which we don't need. We just open something and suddenly we found that something has happened somewhere in Siberia, and actually we don't need this information, and we think it's an information, but it's a useless information for that. So this is just a knowledge which is just burdening our memory. So for that, I would like to introduce two terms which is our deen has just given us. One is ilme nafe, another one is ilme ghair nafe. So knowledge can be something which is useful, and knowledge can be something which is actually not useful. So so, so if we are just trained enough, we can skim, and we can choose that which one is needed, which one is ilme nafe, and which one is not ilme nafe. If our minds are properly conditioned and trained, then perhaps there is very minimal chance of having mental health issues after using social media.
Agreed. Lastly, what role do you believe healthcare professionals should play in educating patients and the general public about the potential impact of social media on mental health? And how can we work together to create a more informed and healthy online environment?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's not only responsible. It's not only the responsibility of healthcare people, but there are so many other people of other walks of life. Uh, First of all, people on the social media themselves, they have to create those, and they have to be very responsible. Whenever you are creating something, whether you are doing it on TikTok or a Facebook or a YouTube or any other platform, one must have a responsible. And for example, if you have got a restaurant, it is your responsibility that the raw material you use for cooking has to be correct. The things which you are using in order to make a dish, it should not harm someone's health, right? So the main responsibility is of the people who are creating something on the social media, that whatever they are creating has got a beneficial effect. It is not just for the sake of creating something. So first of all, there has to be responsibility on their part. It has to be part of the curriculum as well. I think schools has to play a lot of role in it, and so are the health professionals also, that they have to, especially those who are attached with with the psychology and psychiatry department and public health department. They should understand the hazards associated with that and should make people aware of that.
Okay, thank you so much for all the questions that you've answered today. We really appreciate your valuable insights and your knowledge, and we will definitely add it in our findings.
Thank you, beta.